Hey, this is Bill Meeks, or rather the voice of Bill Meeks, and I'm here to show off a new tool I made, a web tool, that allows you to very quickly catalog, comment on video footage. It's called Everly Heights ClipFrame. Now I'm building this as your all-in-one tool for frame-by-frame insights. From broadcast branding to creative production, Everly Heights ClipFrame empowers professionals and creators to extract, analyze, and organize video content in one simple tool. Now, that's a very fancy way to say it makes thumbnail grids, kind of. But it's a bit more creative and a bit more useful than that, I think. This tool is also great for presentations. You can use it to break up a movie into PowerPoint slides to do one of those fancy comedy PowerPoint presentations, or even use it to plan out creative projects. And finally, I know AI is a bit contentious these days, but this tool is also a really great way to build a data set from video footage, which I'm going to show you today, and quickly add custom captions, then download one zip file that will have all of your images and all of your caption files ready to go for training your latest Stable Diffusion model like I do. But probably the best way to show you what Everly Heights ClipFrame can do for you is to actually show you, right? If you go to the Everly Heights site and then go to Tools and Services, you'll find the link to Everly Heights ClipFrame there. Or you can just access it by going to everlyheights.tv/ClipFrame. And you'll see here it's a pretty simple interface. I tried to keep it very simple and very light, so it's easy to use. So first, we'll come in here and we'll put in a project title. And I'm going to put in the fakest, because that's the video I'm going to be working on today. So that's our project title. Now we just need to add our video in. So we go ahead and click on Browse. And like I said, this all happens locally in your browser. You're not sending me any sort of confidential information. Nothing goes to my web server. Everything stays locally in the storage in your browser. So we'll go ahead and choose my fakest trailer here, and I'm using the fakest because I have a book coming out this week, The Fakest Breaking News. Go to everlyheights.tv or thefakest.com for more information. Okay, so now we have the trailer loaded up and ready to go. You'll see down here we have some keyboard shortcuts. You can use space to play or pause the video. You can use the arrow keys, either the left or right arrow key, to move back a frame or move forward a frame. So that's kind of the basic workflow you're going to use here. You can keep your hands on the keyboard, which was very important to me for this. You can also use the buttons up here, but I prefer to use the keyboard. Okay, so we're going to start marking out this clip. So we'll go ahead and hit space to play. Oh, and look, there's a graphic right there I want to capture. Perfect. Amazing that happens so quickly. Okay, so to mark this, we're going to go ahead and click M on our keyboard, which opens up this field here. So we can give every frame we create a title and a description. And I'm just going to call this coming up graphic because that's what's on the screen, right? And then in the description, this graphic is good, but what the heck is that breaking text doing there at the bottom? Okay, so now that we've got that typed in, we'll go ahead and click Save Changes. And you'll see the frame pops right over here onto your screen. Now we need multiple frames to show you all the power available in the frames panel here. So let's go ahead and come back in here and find another frame. Okay, now this one is, we're going to call Guy's Back because it's the guy's back, right? And then we'll just type in a quick description here. Looking at some dude's back. All right, so we'll go ahead and click Save Changes on that. You can also hit Enter to click to save changes if you want to. Now we have multiple frames over here. You know what? Let's go ahead and add one more frame. So we'll go ahead and hit play again. And so we'll call this one Dorks on Segways. Description, what dorks? And then we'll hit save changes. So now we have 3 frames over here, but I kind of want the images of people before the overhead aerial shot of the traffic circle. It's really easy to do. All you do is click and you drag. Okay, and like I said, you can just drag these around and reorder them however you want. And as you can see here, they show the exact time code they were pulled from. So even if you drag them, it'll keep that time code. And if you click on the graphic, it'll pull up that section of the video and you can come in and edit your title and your description. And then click save changes when you're done. And it'll pop right back over there for you live. Okay, now that I've got a few frames here, I have a couple options for how I can export these to use in whatever software I want, whether I'm making a PowerPoint presentation, whether I want to toss them into a Word doc, anything like that. Now that we're done, we have everything in order. Every caption is exactly what we want. We can come here and we can click one of these 3. I'm going to click export PDF first, just because that's the easiest to show you. So I'll go ahead and click export PDF. And then we'll just go ahead and open it with Firefox here. And you'll see there, here's our board. And it's just a very simple board, a very simple, almost storyboard breakdown where it has the graphic, our title, and then whatever caption we put in. So you can imagine yourself going through a promo, for example, and being like, okay, this graphic's good, but it has breaking right here. Let's take that off. And then you could send this list to your editor. And they would have a very quick, easily referenceable list of the changes you need to make. Now, there are a couple other ways we can get this information out of here. For one, we can export PNG, and this simply exports out a PNG version of our presentation. It's very simple, again, that you can use to send to editors or whatever you need. And so you can see how easily this tool could be used to give feedback on footage, videos for clients. But if you're like me and you make custom models for Stable Diffusion and Flux like I do, then you can also use this to build a data set from a video. How I would do that, and you can do it however you want, is, I would come in here and mark this off, and I would just give it the title Paul Defoe. It doesn't matter too much because the title will just be your file name in the file in the package we'll download in a minute. So I'll give it Paul Defoe. And then in the description field, I'm going to put whatever caption I would normally put into my training data for when I'm training a Stable Diffusion model. So I would call this a Paul Defoe man, which is the identifier I have for the Paul Defoe character in my fakest Stable Diffusion model. Back alley, coughing, the fakest graphic on the lower third. And that's an example of how I might, off the cuff, just caption this image to train a Stable Diffusion model. So we'll go ahead and click save changes on that. And then, and this is what I put this feature in for, click on download all frames as a zip. So we'll go ahead and pull down the fakest frames.zip. And if you look here, the zip file is very simply packed. There's just a folder called frames in there. And within there, there's every frame you took and a small text file that accompanies it with the time code, the title, and the description. So to make this into a ready to train in Stable Diffusion caption file, I would just delete all this stuff up top and then delete all the stuff on the bottom, the time code, and then save it, and boom, done. And I thought this would be a really quick and easy way for people to build data sets if you want to do the style of a particular show, or you make something in-house like a animated character for a promo, and you want to be able to recreate that character in any pose you can possibly think of. You can quickly build a data set from your pre-existing commercial using this tool, and then train it in Stable Diffusion. So those are the basics of Everly Heights ClipFrame. A really simple tool, but also a really secure tool and a really easy tool to use. And I think a powerful tool. Now, you can access Everly Heights ClipFrame for free by going to everlyheights.tv and then going under Tools and clicking Everly Heights ClipFrame. From there, just click Launch and you're off to the races. Now, if you find the tool useful, I do have the option down here where you can come in and make a donation of whatever you want. I suggest $5.99, but it's up to you. Anything you think it's worth, and just add that to your cart, and then you can check out via PayPal or Venmo. And that's a really great way, to show your support for the tool and give me the motivation to go in and maybe add some new features. Speaking of new features, if you see anything I'm missing, go ahead and shoot me an email at billmeeks@everlyheights.tv to let me know, and if I can, I'll go ahead and jump into the code and add it. But thank you so much for joining me today for this demo, and as a creator, I really hope you enjoy Everly Heights ClipFrame. Thanks a bunch, and keep dreaming. Read the stories and join the team at everlyheights.tv. Watch us build Everly Heights in building dreams by subscribing to @BillMeeksLA on YouTube.